for the Doug Garrison Show. Tonight, Doug talks dirty with Elizabeth Peterson. Jim Bertucci is here with info about this weekend's Italian Fest. Walt Kyle does a walk-on to talk about the Walt Kyle Mile. And we see a preview of the Secret Garden. With us. Stick around. The Doug Garrison Show starts right now.
Tell the host 2 minutes. Stand by live to tape. Lighting to show level, please. Confirm front of house sound, PFL. Roll tape on masters, channel to places. Alright, let's clear the set. Cue John music, open stage mics, standby effects, standby CG. Standby to open on 3, 2. Alright folks, let's have a good show. Stand by, roll it in.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you to all the people here at Upfront and Company, and for those of you joining us at home on Charter Channel 12 and Fox UP. We're glad you're here with us. You know, we've kind of passed the midpoint of summer here. I hate to be the bearer of that bad news. I'm a big summer fan myself. But as we get into the end of July, start to get into August, we turn the page to a new season. And frankly, the next season is harvest season. And just like the other seasons here in Marquette County, we've got other events coming up to celebrate this season. Specifically, I'm talking about this weekend, Friday in downtown Marquette, the Blueberry Festival. So for those of you who are watching on Charter Channel 12, pay close attention because this is this Friday. If you're watching on Fox UP, you may have enjoyed the Blueberry Festival today. If not, pencil it in for next year. It's a great event. Come on downtown this Friday. They start at 10 o'clock. All the businesses are doing something special to celebrate the blueberry harvest. There's music, there's entertainment all day long starting at 10 o'clock. It's a great day in downtown Marquette. And like I say, it celebrates that season of harvest. And even though this isn't probably the agricultural capital of the world, we still grow some pretty neat blueberries around here. And if you love blueberries like I do, it's a neat time to come downtown and enjoy all the dishes that are made from blueberries. There's all types of different foods and drinks that are based on blueberries. Plus, like I said, there's entertainment. There's bands and music and dancing all day long. It finishes up at 5 o'clock. One of our favorite bands here, the Flatbroke Blues Band, plays from 5 to 6 on the corner of Washington and Front Street, followed by Shotgun Kelly and the Straight Street 50. Hang on. Excuse me. Hang on just a second. I just got this new phone, and I'm so excited, and I don't know how to work it. I can't turn it off. This is Doug. Yeah. Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks. You in town? Yeah. Okay, hang on. Hey, listen, I can't talk right now. I'm on TV. I'll have to get back to you, okay? Okay. Yeah. White slacks and kind of a turquoise shirt and a tie. Yeah, I know. I don't like to wear this is like the second time I've worn a tie. Okay, listen, I got to go, okay? All right, we'll be in touch. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, but I got this new phone. These things are so cool. I love it. Where was I? Oh, the Blueberry Festival. Yeah, check it out downtown this Friday. Hey, as far as tonight goes, we've got a great show for you. We have Elizabeth Peterson from the Greater Ishpeming Negaunee Chamber of Commerce. She's going to talk about some things going on up the road. Up the road. Jim Bertucci is here to talk about the Italian Festival also this weekend. We've got Coach Walt Kyle here to talk about the Walt Kyle Mile, and we're going to do a preview of a production at Lake Superior Theater called The Secret Garden. So you got lots of stuff to get to, and we're going to get to it when we come right back after this. All right. Thank you.
It's the new Riverside Auto Mall's big Nissan Summer Kickoff event. If it's high MPGs and low payments you're looking for, get ready, because here it is. Nissan Altima, $179 per month and 32 MPGs. Sentra, $179 a month and 34 MPGs. Nissan Rogue, $259 a month. This is Riverside's largest selection of Nissans in over 7 years. They won't last long. The big Nissan Summer Kickoff at the new Riverside Auto Mall Marquette. On now.
There goes Lance. Look out. Jeez, whiz. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I mentioned, talked about the Blueberry Festival coming up in Marquette. Well, that's not the only place in the county things are going on. Up the road, of course, there's always exciting stuff happening, and we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. We're going to start off, though, with Elizabeth Peterson, the director of the Greater Ishpeming Negaunee Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for coming back and seeing us again, Elizabeth.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Always nice to have you. You've got something coming up that I think is going to make all the laundromats very happy in the West End. It's called the Mud Plunge, and unfortunately, I don't think that's a reference to chocolate. I think that's a reference to actual mud.
Actual mud. You got it.
What is the Mud Plunge?
Well, it's the Suicide Mud Plunge. It's August 27th, the inaugural event.
Yep.
It's a 5K run with mud pits and obstacles and all kinds of dirty fun.
Right, at Suicide Hill?
At Suicide Hill, between Ishpeming and Nagani.
Yeah.
And so far, we have 320 people signed up.
You're kidding.
Our goal was 200, so we've far exceeded our expectations, and it's just been a great
And it's
response.
your first ever, your
First
inaugural.
ever.
Now, you say that it's a 5K, so it's kind of an obstacle course type thing?
Yeah, the way that it works, we've had a lot of questions of where are the obstacles. The obstacles are throughout the 5K. So the course itself is very challenging. It's in the hills there by the Suicide Ski Bowl.
Yeah.
So the first half mile is straight uphill. It's rocks, it's mud. And then after that, we'll start putting in the obstacles. We have a climbing wall, balance beams, a ladder run, all kinds of fun. So I'm not going to tell them all, but all kinds of fun stuff. So.
And now, do people join as teams or individuals, or is there a little both, or what?
You can run as a team of 4, which is what we really. The whole idea is that you're running with your friends, with your family, your coworkers, and you're encouraging each other to finish this race and have a lot of fun, pull each other over the obstacles. But you can run individually as well. We've noticed couples signing up together where they're going to run individually, but they plan on doing the course together. And then we also have a kids portion. So it's called the Suicide Splash, and that's a 1K with obstacles and mud pits and all that.
Well,
fun
kids
stuff.
will love it because it's the
Oh,
one
it's
time they can
perfect.
get dirty, and
It's-
it's all permitted. How'd you come up with this idea?
Well, when I started with the Chamber of Commerce, the Ishpeming Ski Club came to me and said, hey, we have this great resource at the ski jumps. There's all these trails that are open to the public, but not a lot of people know about it. So if you could help us bring some awareness to the trails that are available, that would be great. So my mind kind of started spinning, and I thought, what could you do out there to make it unique, something worth coming to Ishpeming and Nagani for? And the Mud Plunge came along. The money that we raised will go towards signage for those trails, because that was something that I noticed was kind of missing out there. Maybe people aren't utilizing those trails because they don't know where they go and they don't want to get lost.
Yeah, are those all-season trails? Are
Yes.
they
Yep.
for cross-country skiing or
Yep.
hiking and biking and all types of things?
Absolutely, and it's beautiful.
Is it? I'll bet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a river that kind of runs through, or a creek, and
right.
It's very beautiful. So it's definitely worth going out and checking out with your family.
Well, this will be a nice way to feature it because people will get a chance to see it.
I think
How do you
so.
How do you prep the course for a mud run?
Well, we hope for a lot of rain,
Yeah.
and if we don't have rain, then we play in the mud. We make mud,
Yeah.
So we're building obstacles now. Obviously, first time, we don't have anything, so we have a couple of volunteer builders that are making the obstacles.
Nice.
And about a week before, we'll take a look at the trail, see what kind of condition it's in, and how much we have to, tend to those mud pits.
People can still sign up.
People can sign up. We ask that people sign up by August 1st, so
Okay.
we're kind of coming.
Got some time.
But that's just to guarantee your T-shirt and your racer bag.
Okay.
So every participant gets one of those. You can register up until the race begins.
Yeah, okay.
So, but we're not going to guarantee because we've got to get our orders in and all that good stuff.
Well,
so.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's going to be
The
fun.
Suicide Mud Plunge, August 27th. Sign up for that by the 1st and enjoy that first-time event.
Yes.
Now, quickly, we've got another event this weekend, a little water theme, but a little cleaner, the Teal Lake Swim.
Yes.
That's a Bell Hospital function, I believe, to
Yep.
benefit something at Bell.
Yep, it's a fundraiser for diabetes education. This is the 8th annual. They've raised $40,000 to date. It's this Saturday.
Yep.
Starts at 9 a.m. It's 2.25 miles across Teal Lake. I know that the water polo 2000 Summer Olympic champion will be swimming.
Right, they always have a big name there for that. Sure.
Corley Simmons.
Yeah,
so
great.
she'll be there, so you can run, or not run it, but swim it with
Yeah,
her,
great.
and for a great cause and a lot of fun.
Another great event. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find out more about that. Go to the Bell Hospital website.
Yep. Or go to our website too, gincc.org.
Okay, great. Some neat events coming up in the Nagani-Ishpeming area, the Suicide Mud Plunge, the Teal Lake Swim. Elizabeth, thanks for joining us. Let's
Thanks
have a
for
great
having me.
weekend around here.
We will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the golfing experience of a lifetime every day at Marquette Golf Club Our two 18-hole championship courses offer everything from relaxing family fun to competitive golf as challenging as that found anywhere in the world. Our custom rate structure allows you to choose a membership package that accommodates your schedule and budget. And we offer reasonable daily fees, always available to the occasional player. In this day of green sensibilities, there's nothing more green than a day on the links at Marquette Golf Club.
Okay, as you can see, we have another great crowd down here at Up Front and Company. Come on down and join us. We tape on Tuesday nights. Check us out on Facebook, and we kind of give you an idea of what we're doing. And what we're doing right now is we have Jim Bertucci here from Ishpeming, and he's here to talk about the Italian Fest. And the thing that I think is really neat about this is it's the 112th Italian Fest. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Needless
Thank
to
you
say,
for
you weren't
being here.
around for the first one, but you're here to help kind of keep this thing going and promoting this festival of people of Italian heritage. And certainly there's a few in the Ishpeming area. And you guys are getting together this Saturday to celebrate that.
That's correct. We had a picnic for, as you said, 112 years, and what happened, it was starting to die off a little bit, and when we were coming to our 100th year, we thought, well, let's bring it right back up
Yeah,
again.
good.
So we started a couple years before that and built it up, and it's going strong now.
That's great. It's a Saturday festival at Alqual. And now this is kind of under the auspices of St. Rocco's and St. Anthony's. Explain that to me.
That's a society. The two societies.
It's not a church. It's a society
That's
of
correct,
people
yeah.
of Italian heritage.
Yeah, the two societies joined together in 1937. What their main objective was back when they started was they would help each other out. Mutual aid is what they called it.
Sure.
So everybody pooled in money. If someone got sick or hurt at the job,
Before we had benefit packages.
correct, they would help the family out that way, and
Sure.
it's growing from there.
Yeah, that's cool. You keep throwing out these dates, 1937, 112 years. I think that's great that someone can celebrate something for that long.
Right.
And we know that there are a lot of Italian, people think of Finnish people in this area, but there are a lot of Italians in the Central Upper Peninsula.
There really is quite a few Italians in the area. There's bigger populations. Ishpeming is one of them, and Iron Mountain's another, and
Right.
Iron River. They all have Italian Fest also.
Yeah.
So, but St. Rocco, St. Anthony's sponsors this one in Ishpeming.
Yeah, and that's for everybody. Anybody can go. You don't have to be of Italian heritage or from Ishpeming or anything.
That's correct. Everybody's welcome, and it's free admission. There's a lot of things for the family to do. It's more of a family picnic.
Sure.
There's free pony rides for the children. There's also a big slide. It's all free. There's a Euro jump that
I think
children
that's
can go
great.
on. So it's,
Are people encouraged to bring a dish to pass or their own beverages or?
well, actually, there's plenty of food booths out there. You'd probably want to hit our own.
You're not going to have an Italian fest without a lot of good food.
That's
probably.
correct. Yeah, we have mustarcelli, meatballs, and garlic bread and salad,
Yeah.
and that's homemade.
Yeah.
Basically, it's with my mother and her sisters, but it's all their families. It's the cousins, the in-laws. Everybody comes in, and we help make 1,600 meatballs and
That's
sauce.
And you've got some entertainment too?
Yes, we do. We have Diamante coming back again. They're from Chicago. They're our big draw. They've come every year since we started in '99. And
What time do they play?
they play at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7 they'll
okay.
be. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. And there's songs of time before them. They're new to this. First time we ever had them. We heard them in Iron Mountain. That's where so we kind of stole them from there and
Yeah.
brought them up and see what they're like.
Yeah.
And the Blue Notes are coming at 4 o'clock. That's always a very big draw. A lot of people come and see that. And Dan and Ray Adamini, what they do is they have the old-fashioned
We know
guitar,
Dan
and they
and
walk
Ray.
around and
They love
sing
playing
Italian
anywhere.
songs. Yep, and they're very good at what they do. Yep.
Yeah, sure. Now, this celebrates the Italian heritage. Does your lineage go back a ways in this area yourself?
Yes, actually, my grandfather himself came over in the early 1900s.
From Italy.
From Italy,
Yeah.
yeah. He came by himself. He was 18 years old, and he joined St. Rocco's a couple of years later, and he's been in ever since. And he's kind of the one that keeps everybody, going and going. He's passed now, but
Well, you're following in his footsteps.
yeah,
now.
it's right. Yeah,
I would imagine there's a lot of storytelling of people, many people who have ancestors who came over at some point in time from Italy and settled in this part of the country.
Yeah, there's quite a few that have come right from Italy and that are actually in the lodge even.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
too.
well, I think it's great. If you're looking for something to do this Saturday, it's at Alcohol Park in Ishpeming. Like Jim says, it's free. It's from noon to 7. There's going to be entertainment throughout, good food,
Very
good
good.
fellowship. Certainly a good time to be had by all. A great place to bring your kids and your family.
Yes, it is. Yep, we're hoping to have a nice weather and everything will be beautiful.
Absolutely. The 112th Italian Fest this Saturday, the 30th in Ishpeming. Jim, thanks for
Yep.
joining us.
Thank you,
Have a
Doug.
good time.
Yep.
All righty. Okay.
In February of 2007, I gave birth to a son. I had a healthy pregnancy. I had a normal C-section. And during that time is when I started to hemorrhage. Without blood from the UP Regional Blood Center, I would have bled to death. I donate every 8 weeks, and it's so simple. And I'm giving back. To this day, the doctors aren't really sure what happened, but I'm sure of one thing. The UP Regional Blood Center saved my life.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could try something before you buy it? At Appliance and Furniture Rental, you can. Pick anything in the store and take it home for $10. No additional charges, just $10. Take home a new TV, a new washer and dryer. Take home a new entertainment center. Take home a new computer. Take home the new HD TV. There's never a credit problem, and just $10 takes it away. If you don't love it, bring it back or keep it. The choice is always yours at Appliance and Furniture Rental.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking around. We've got a neat guest here. I'm kind of a sports fan, so it's always neat when we have sports people. We have NMU hockey coach Walt Kyle. Walt, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you've got this thing going on here, the Walt Kyle Mile. This is what, the 8th year for that? I'm taking a shot. Somewhere.
I'm not sure how many years
track
it is.
of it.
River Valley started it. Was that good enough to start it? And we've been doing it now probably about 5 years.
Yeah. And it's a fundraiser. This year you're raising money for Beacon House for cancer patients who are staying at Beacon House during their treatment at Marquette General.
Yeah, it's one of those things I think that, it's easy to overlook. A lot of people that are in rural areas or out of town have to come here for treatment, and they may not have the wherewithal for the moms and dads of little kids to stay, for example.
Absolutely.
And the Beacon House provides a great service, so it's something that, with my past experience with cancer, and River Valley's wanted to be involved in the community, that we wanted to do something, and it just fit perfectly.
It's great. Now you talk about your experience with cancer. You're a 2-time cancer survivor. Tell us about your experience.
Well, I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, which was actually a childhood cancer, but I was 28 years old. I went through a year and a half. I had a surgery, went through a year and a half of chemo, was clear for a year and a half. It wound up coming back in my lungs. I had to go through surgery again and the chemotherapy, and for another year and a half. And fortunately, it's 20, 21, 22 years later, I'm still here. So I feel real blessed. I had great treatment here in Marquette. And, we want to be able to do something and help people that have had similar experiences.
Absolutely. I find that people who have been through cancer and survived it certainly like to give back because they know the trials and tribulations and things that people go through. So
yeah, you become much more aware, I think, of how many people around you actually are affected by that disease. And, we have great doctors here and great treatment at the hospital. We have great services, and we're just happy to be able to help.
Well, you look pretty healthy, and God bless you for keeping it going here. Let's talk about the walk. It's not a run; it's a walk, and it's got a different route this year. So let's let people know exactly what they can expect if they want to get involved in it or already are signed up.
Well, you can sign up at rivervalleybank.com on the internet, or you can walk into River Valley Bank itself and sign up. The run has moved. It used to start at River Valley on Washington and go down Washington, and now I think it's going to start at the Berry Event Center, and I'm not sure where it's going.
I think it goes up. It starts at the Berry Center and goes up 3rd Street. And I'm assuming you stop at every bar along the way. Is that the way this works?
That's what some of us would like to do, but we can't do that.
Oh, then we don't do that.
No, I actually been running it the last 2 years. My teams, our hockey team's there. Stan Feldheim had his cross-country ski team there. We've had basketball teams there, and there's a lot of involvement. It's been getting bigger and bigger every year.
I know it's a pretty popular event. It's August 27th. For people who don't know, they've still got time to sign up and get a team or themselves involved. And for every $50, that pays for one night's stay at the Beacon House to let people know what their money goes to. So if they raise money, that's what that money is spent on, to make sure that people who are in town for treatment can stay without taxing their wallets too much.
That's exactly right.
Before I let you go, I want to talk a little bit about Northern hockey. It would be a crime of me to not to. So, what are you looking for from your team this year?
We like our team this year. I think 2 years ago we had a real good team. We had to take a step back and kind of rebuild. We played a ton of young guys. Those guys now have a year of experience under their belt. I like our team this year. I like where we are. I think we should compete for it, and we're looking forward to it.
It's always important. We know from watching soccer, and it applies to hockey too, who's standing in front of that goal. What do you got going down there?
We actually have two guys. Last year we had two inexperienced guys, Reed Ellingson and Jared Careau, and those guys split most of the games last year. Ellingson was the starter for the bulk of the year, but we feel that's going to be a position of strength for us. And as you said, if you can start there and be strong, it's a good for the future.
Yeah, we got quite a few guys from the program playing around in the pro leagues, not the NHL and some of the minor pro leagues.
We have a number of guys this year that we're excited about having an opportunity to play in the National Hockey League. I think Mike Santarelli played the entire year last year with Florida. Nathan Oystrick is up and down with St. Louis. Eric Gustafson has a great chance to make Philadelphia's lineup this year, and Mark Oliver played 25 games last year in Colorado. So Ray Canisto's in LA, may make it as well. So those guys are all still very much in the prime of their careers and very much have a great chance to make it.
It's fun to follow it. One last question. A lot of changes in all of college sports these days, changes in our league structure. What's going on there?
Well, that's 2 years out. We're going to play the next 2 years in the CCHA. We're proud to do so.
So it's 2013 when these changes take place.
That's right, but we're excited. We're moving back into the WCHA, which is a league we've had a lot of success in, a lot of tradition in. The dynamics of college hockey are changing, a little bit out of everyone's control, but we're excited. We have a great geographical tie there and with a lot of like-minded schools, so we look forward to the move.
I think it's kind of neat. Develop some new rivalries. You know, the main thing is win that conference, play in the big dance, and maybe bring home the big trophy.
That's exactly right.
Okay. It's August 27th. It's the Walt Kyle Mile, raising money for Beacon House. Sign up at rivervalleybank.com. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Have a good season.
me.
All right. Beautiful. Walt Kyle.
Peninsula Medical, providing you quality care close to home. From diagnosis to treatment and beyond. Peninsula Medical Center's experienced physicians and staff is supported by the latest technology, all designed to maintain your good health, all under one roof, with your convenience in mind. Maintain your health at Peninsula Medical Center. Quality care close to home.
Music on the Doug Garrison Show is presented in part by Jim's Music and Teaching Center, where music makes you smarter.
Okay. All right. Well, something a little bit different for our musical entree this week. You know, we've had rock bands and Christian rock bands and all sorts of things. This week, our musical element is from a musical. And with me is Carrie Savoy, the director of the upcoming musical, The Secret Garden. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is a production of the Lake Superior Theater Company at the theater right down here at the Lower Harbor.
Yes, The Secret Garden is the third production of the season. We opened our season with Guys on Ice, which ran the first 2 weeks of July. Right now, The Love List is performing, which is a wonderful play.
That's going on right now through Sunday, I believe.
Right now through Sunday, 7:30 p.m. And then The Secret Garden opens August 3rd and runs August 3rd through 7th, and then the next week, the 10th through the 14th. And then our season ends with Willy Wonka.
Yeah, we have Willy Wonka on next week, in fact. And then a night with Rusty Bowers, I think, kind of wraps up the season.
That'll be the very end.
Yeah. Do people need to buy tickets in advance if they want to come to some of these productions? Or
they do.
It's a
There are
safe
usually tickets at the door, but just to be safe, it's always a good idea to buy them in advance. The box office number is 227-7625, and then there's also a really easy-to-use website.
Yeah, okay, good. Just briefly, a little bit about The Secret Garden.
Sure. The Secret Garden follows the classic children's book by Frances Hodgins Burnett, and it tells the story of Mary Lennox, a young girl orphaned in India and then sent to live with her uncle. in his house in England.
Yeah, and it's a musical, so we can
Right.
expect to hear a lot of good music.
Right, we have wonderful performers in the cast, a lot of really talented singers.
Yeah.
Several.
We've got a couple of performers
Right.
here right now.
Yes.
Who do we have? Who are we going to hear tonight?
Tonight we're going to hear Susan Boyle, who just graduated from St. Olaf with a degree in vocal performance, and then accompanying her will be Jake Bender, who's studying trumpet performance and music education at Michigan State University.
And some of the other performers that are going to be in this production?
Yeah, there are a lot of classic, Marquette theater stars. Bobby Glenn Brown is in this show. Gary Morse is in it. Isabel Francis is in it, as well as Allison Heitinen, who's a 13-year-old girl from Negaunee, who's playing our lead, who's just wonderful. I can't say enough good things about her.
That's great. I'm excited. And this is the second production that you've directed.
Right. I directed a production at my little sister's middle school when I was a junior in high school.
Well, great. Well, this is a little bit of a step up from that, but I'm sure they're all important. So we're looking forward to this. Okay. Well, why don't we take a listen? Why don't you go ahead and introduce our performers?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present Susan Boyle singing "Come to My Garden" from The Secret Garden. Come to my garden, nestled in the hill. There I'll keep you safe beside me. Come to my garden, rest there in my arms. There I'll see you safely grown, and on your way, stay there in my garden, where love grows free and wide. Come to my garden, come sweet child.
Guess what? You can get any new or used car finance in the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union for 3.9% APR. New or used. Got your eye on this new Escalade? 3.9%. How about this 75 Gremlin? 3.9%. Looking at this stylish Dodge Dart? 3.9%. How about a new Chevy Cruze? 3.9%. RV, boat, tractor? 3.9%. What about this DeLorean time machine? 3.9%. 3.9% auto loans, new and used at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union. Stop in and apply today.
Crowd here. Okay, another one in the books. I want to thank our guest, Elizabeth Peterson from the Greater Ishpeming Negaunee Chamber of Commerce. Check out their website to find out more about the Suicide Mud Plunge. We had Jim Bertucci here for the Italian Fest. That's this Saturday at Al Qual. Everybody's invited. Sounds like a great time. And Walt Kyle was on hand to talk about the Walt Kyle Mile. That's sponsored by River Valley Bank. That's a great fundraiser for Beacon House and those people suffering from cancer and being treated at Marquette General. We also had people here from The Secret Garden. That's a musical that opens August 3rd at the Lake Superior Theater. You might want to check that out. Okay, we don't have any more time. I'm going to go play with my new phone. Once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right here again next week.